Hello, Chaplain Paul. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to share with you the story of the bridge. This story is based on a story that Chaplain Basie talked about when I was in Kingman State Prison, and so I rewrote it into a story called The Bridge. And instead of reading it to you, it'd be better that I just tell it to you. Since I wrote it and I kind of know how it goes, so I could just it's better to explain it on a video. So basically what the premise is, there's a guy standing on a bridge and he's going to commit suicide, and he's pondering life as he's standing there looking out, and it's like the sunrise. The sunrise is coming up. Picture him on like the George Washington Bridge in New York City, and the sunrise is coming up and you see the Statue of Liberty, and he's standing there and he's contemplating jumping. Now he climbed up. He's not where the road is. He climbed up, so he's like above, and he's going to end his life by by jumping into the water. And so he's standing there and he's contemplating life. He's like thinking, is this all that there is to be? Am I just one step away from eternity? If I end my life, is there something that's beyond what we see? Is there something beyond, this life of ours? So he's contemplating that, and then a beautiful dove flies by, and everything is surreal. Everything becomes like slow motion, So he sees this dove flying by, and he's kind of just thinking about his life and thinking that if he's one step away from finding out if there's an afterlife or not, if there's a heaven or a hell or not. One step away from finding that out. And so all of a sudden he starts hearing somebody yelling, "Don't do it! Don't do it! Sir, don't do it!" And he looks down, he's like, "Why not? My life sucks. Why not do it?" And he said, "Don't do it. Don't do it. God's still setting the stage. God is still setting the stage. Don't do it. Come down. We'll help you." And so the story then shifts to an explanation of what the person means. God is still setting the stage in your life. What does that mean? It means, imagine that you're standing outside of a movie theater, or a place where they have plays or operas or things like that. And you're standing out in the line, and the line goes around the block, and you have tickets to this show, and you paid a lot of money for the tickets to this show, and they're still not letting people in. It's 2 hours past the time they should be letting people in, and they're not letting people in, and you're standing there in line, and now it's starting to rain, and people are getting upset, they're getting angry, and they're really getting upset about the whole situation. Finally, someone opens the door and say, "Folks, I'm really sorry for the delay, but we're still setting the stage." So what that means is, sometimes we try to rush God. Sometimes we're dealing with problems in life or situations in life, and we want to rush and get in there. We want to rush things, and God's saying, "Slow down, wait, we're still setting the stage." God's putting the people together. God's putting the pieces together. God's putting all the things together so that when you enter into that next season of your life, He's got everything all ready to go. But if you rush it, then it's going to ruin the surprise. In fact, it might ruin it altogether. God's got you covered. He's setting the stage. When that door opens, you're going to be escorted by God to the front row, best seats in the house, because He's setting the stage for the next season in your life. So when you enter into a season, and we have seasons of good and bad. We have seasons of good health and bad health. We have seasons of good times and bad times. We go up and down. There's valleys, peaks and valleys in our life. Peaks and valleys. The funny thing is, when we're in the valley, there's nowhere to go but up. So that's a good thing. We're on the peak, thinking that's where I'd like to be, God. I'd like to be on the peak. But when we're on the peak in life, then there's nowhere to go but down. You know, so it's like, where do I want to be? Do I want to be in the valley, or do I want to be on the peak? I guess I want to be in between, you know. But the thing is, so God is still setting the stage. You know, I tell people all the time, you're getting frustrated about your situation right now. You want to rush things. You want to go out and you want it today. You don't want to have to wait. But if you go and get it today, you're going to wind up getting the bitter roots of life. And what that means is a garden takes time to grow. You have to put the seeds in the garden. You have to nurture it, water it. It has to grow. It has to sprout. Then it has to grow into, you know, a plant, and then it has to create fruit or vegetables. Then those have to become ripe so you can eat them. If we rush things, then all too often a lot of people, they get impatient. The plant starts to grow, and then they're eating the bitter roots because they want it today. They don't want to wait for the good, delicious fruit or vegetables that await them. So that's why it's important to put our faith and trust in God. Again, I can't say this enough. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct our paths. He shall direct your paths. As sure as I'm standing here, he's directing our paths. He's setting the stage. He's getting all the people and things necessary so that when we enter into the next season of our life, he's got the stage ready to go. He's got everybody ready. He's got the players all set to go. And all we got to do is sit there, put our faith and trust in him, and let him run the show. When we try to run the show, we make a mess of it. We have to let the Lord run the show for his glory. He needs to run the show. We need to just sit back and we need to let him guide us. Let him guide us through the storm. Let him guide us through the seasons of life. But know that he's in control. And when things get slow, when things get frustrating, when things look bad, just have your faith and trust in God, because he's still setting the stage in our lives for his glory. That's my message for today. Press like, subscribe. Oh, here's one of my books that help to get you through those seasons where you have health problems or you're suffering. It's called Victory Over Suffering Through Christ Our Lord. Okay, this book is on Amazon paperback. It's also available as an ebook, and if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get this book for free as an ebook. I don't know if you can see it with the glare. Also, it's free as a PDF download. It's free. You could go on my website, miraclesofkingman.com. Miraclesofkingman, KINGMAN.com. Go on the site. You'll see there's a variety of my books, PDF. You could download them and check it out. And we'll see you soon. Let's see if I could get a shot of this. Oops. There we go, I guess. Okay. We're still on. We're still on. And we'll talk to you soon from Chaplain Paul. God bless you. Have a great day. I'm finally getting the hang of this camera. We'll get it right. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.